Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Josh. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Sorry about that. Anyway, so today we're going to be doing a little trailer analysis on the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer that have finally dropped. For quite a long time, we've been waiting so long for this trailer, and now here we are. Now it finally came, and it was great. You know, it was incredible. That's very nice to It's finally very nice to see that, right? So I thought, well, originally I was thinking like talking like, a little bit more about the film, like as soon as it like kind of comes out and I go and see it and whatever like that. But then I realized, I haven't really started any like movie reviews yet on my channel. I've been talking so long about how I want to do like movie reviews on this channel, but I just don't know like what movie I should start with first or whatever, and will it even work out because my channel is kind of small, so that my views, I don't really get enough views on my channel. So for me to make a movie review, put so much effort into it, sometimes it gets a little bit hard, you know sometimes things don't turn out the way you want it, you know what I mean? But that's just the way things are, right? So what I'll probably do is when the movie comes out, I'll probably give my thoughts on what I think of the film, but I probably won't do like a full-on review until I decide when I'll actually start doing movie reviews on this channel. So for now, let's just stick with the basics, you know what I mean? So I just thought today we start doing like a trailer analysis, basically going through all the stuff that we saw in the trailer. There is a lot of things to talk about, and I did this at a bad time because the batteries on my laptop is it's not dying, but let me just hope this video doesn't take too long. So let's go to the live chat right here before we begin. Hey, best I can game. Reanimated Gaming, what's up? How's it going? So finally, right, let's talk about this trailer. This might be a little bit hard because, like I say, I'm not used to, like, talking like in depth with movies like that, like this, you know what I mean? So take what I say, a little lightly, because if I mess up here and there, my bad, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's start, right? So right at the beginning of the trailer, right, we see like some explosion going on, like the city. There's also some weird black thing in the background. I don't even know how to, it's hard to describe it, but explosions, am I right? And then we see people running away, right? And then you see, like, if you get like a small glance of what's going on right now, I don't know if this counts as a spoiler because maybe not everybody knows about this, but I think at this point everybody's kind of aware that spoilers a little bit ahead. Some people are, it's pretty much official at this point that Mechagodzilla will be in the film, but his role in the film is still unknown. And a lot of people have speculated that that explosion actually came from Mechagodzilla because very slightly, if you look very carefully, you can see kind of like a little head kind of popping up, right? But it's like a silver looking head. Well, I mean, it's the color silver, but you get what I mean, right? So people have speculated that that might possibly be Mechagodzilla. And like I say, it is definitely possible, especially when last year we've already gotten pictures of what the toy might look like. And I say might because these were very blurry pictures, because I believe this was in Hong Kong when Playmates was showing off the new figures. And if you look at the photo, you could definitely see them there, but the picture's kind of blurry, so you can't really see like the accessories and all that though. And not to toot my own horn or anything, but I could have sworn that I saw like maybe 3 or 4 different Mechagodzilla figures. I mean, it depends. I don't know. I'm not here talking about the merch, okay? I'm here talking about the trailer. I'm just saying though, it's very interesting that they kind of teased that a little bit throughout the trailer. And I can't help but feel like that they got this inspiration from Godzilla King of the Monsters. I don't know why. Because if you watch that film, you'll notice that there's always like small little like teasers, you know what I mean? Like they teased Kong throughout the entire film without really showing him. Like they were talking about how, oh, all these monsters across the world and all that, and then they show like Kong Skull Island. Shut up, phone. And then they show Kong Skull Island and all that. Oh my god, what the hell? Fuck off. I'm very sorry about that. My bad. So anyway, I don't got COVID, I promise. So like in Godzilla King of the Monsters, little by little they were showing little bits of pieces of Kong and Kong Skull Island. You know what I mean? It's like it's quite interesting, like little teasers. That's basically what they're doing throughout this whole trailer. And then after that, we see Kong. He's in this giant boat, but he's like all chained up. And you look at him, he's all confused. He's like, like he's all chained up, and you're thinking, how the hell did they capture him? How did they manage to get him all chained up like that? It's so weird, but at the same time, it definitely is an homage to the original King Kong versus Godzilla that came out in 1962, in which they did capture Kong. But since I've seen that movie a while ago, I don't really remember if I don't really remember if they captured him because they wanted him to fight Godzilla, or if they wanted to capture him just to kind of, I don't know, take a look at him or something. I don't know. Uh, this movie definitely does pays a lot of homages to the original, like because then after that, well, before that actually, they did show like a little girl that she had like some kind of strange connection with Kong, and that she's holding up like a weird fake doll. I say fake because it's like covered in freaking rubber bands and stuff, and it's like, bro, get out of here. Imagine if that actually became merch, though. Imagine if you go to like some store, like an FYE or something like that, or some store that sells toys and plushies and collectibles. Imagine seeing that exact same plush around. That would be so funny. I doubt it though, but that'll be interesting, right? So they keep giving everything is hints basically. They literally showed off like how Kong is kind of the good guy in this situation, because in this movie they just flat out said it that they're going to use him to fight Godzilla, and it's like, word. And then after that, that's when you see Godzilla, right? He got his the spikes, the spinal thing, whatever you call it, what dorsal fins? That's what you call them, right? And it's funny, I'm a Godzilla fan and I don't even remember what that's called. But they basically start swimming through and they slice right through the battleship, and it's so cool. But it's shocking because it's like, wasn't Godzilla the good guy in the last film? I mean, I remember my dad watching the trailer and then he's like, this is what I don't get. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. I mean, look at all the other films. And then he mentioned Son of Godzilla, and I'm like, that's the wrong incarnation, Dad. It's like, oh my God, I'm looking at the live chat right now and everybody's fighting over who's going to win. Well, I mean, it's like, it's surprising. And just like, King Kong versus Godzilla, in the original, when at the beginning of the film they show Godzilla fighting against like the army and stuff like that in the ocean, and then he goes into land. Like, this is gonna be an incredible movie. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? And then of course they show, we've pretty much seen this in like pictures and already. We've already seen this in like pictures and promotional stuff that Kong and Godzilla basically are gonna like fight each other on top of that battleship. And it's odd because it's like, how can that ship hold so much weight? And it's like, but Godzilla, he means business, man. That's incredible. And then I love how he shoots. I love how Godzilla goes underwater and he shoots the atomic breath and he obliterates the entire ship. And Kong is just like kind of jumping. It looks so weird when he jumps like that, but that's only because, I mean, he's an ape. He's gonna have small looking legs and long ass arms. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be worse. It could be the original 1933 Kong, because that Kong had very, very long arms. Then again, that was made with stop motion. I mean, you can't help it. That was 1933. What else can you say? You know what I mean? At least NECA made a figure of that. That's pretty cool. So, so this movie gets a lot of like the notion. Is that a word? Notion or whatever. They give you the idea Godzilla is basically the bad guy in this film, right? And it's like, they even said it too. Godzilla's hurting people and they don't know why. And it's like, I mean, he's killing all these people. He's destroying the city. He's killed so many people in that battleship, man. It's like, the casualty. I mean, don't get me wrong. Godzilla did kill a few people, innocent people, back in 2014 Godzilla. But then again, there was no clearation on whether he was good or not. But in the trailer, they just flat out showed that he's like pure evil. And then there's also Millie uh Millie Bobby Brown. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the actress from the last film. God damn it. Well, her character's back as well, and she's with like her friend, and then they were like, there has to be something, and it's like everyone's confused. It's like, wow, Godzilla just flat out becomes evil all of a sudden. And it's, you have to see Godzilla King of the Monsters to kind of understand how that's possible. Like, he was pretty much like a good guy in the last film. So it's pretty odd with like the shift, that just kind of like, it gives you two ideas, right? Basically, one, that something must have happened to him and he's probably doing this for some reason. Or maybe Godzilla's kind of like abusing his power and being like, "Yeah, I'm the king of the monsters, so you're gonna bow down to me." And he's just flats out destroying everything, and it makes sense because Kong, he's well, I wouldn't say calm, but he's definitely more friendly when it comes to the humans. They definitely showed a lot of that in the trailer. They even showed that he went to like this island. I'm assuming that it's Skull Island, but I'm not 100% sure. And there's like a bloody print, right? And then he's touching it like that, and then the human characters are like, like this, they had a war and all that. And I'm like, whoa, are they basically? I mean, I'm assuming we kind of know this already, but I think it's fair to say that Kong and Godzilla probably fought before, but it's very hard to say, They're basically hinting that there was some kind of weird monster war going on, and it's incredible on how that happened. You know what I mean? It's like, like, you can only imagine like how much like in depth we're gonna get with that. Like, there's gonna be so many things happening in this film. It's like, wow. And I also love that they also showed the Warbat monsters too. They show two of them. They show Kong fighting two of them. He's grabbing one and he's just kind of swinging it around, hitting the other one. It's incredible. Uh, it's funny too because I remember when the toys came out and everybody was like kind of like wondering what's going to be the purpose of these characters, right? And I remember thinking the War Bat, a lot of people were thinking, is it going to be like a villain? Is it going to be like just one single monster, or is it going to be an army builder? I guess it's safe to say now it's an army builder because, imagine that, a whole army of those things. I mean, judging by where he's fighting, if he is fighting on Skull Island, without a doubt, we're going to be seeing a lot of monsters on there. Like, we know that the Skull Crawler is going to be in it at one point. Warbat is already in it. And there was also hints of like this other creature. It's like a bat monster. He does have a name. This I don't know how to pronounce it though. It starts with a C. It's like chemical test, something like that. It starts with a C and an A. You know what I mean. It's very hard to pronounce the name, but that creature was also seen in the trailer. But it was not a big creature. It was actually a very small one that Kong could just easily slap everyone of them. It's like in Devil May Cry 2, the video game where you got like the weird flame bats, those weird fire bat creatures, and all you had to do is just shoot them and then they just die automatically. It's pretty much like that, basically. It is interesting though, you know what I mean? So looking at the live chat now, yeah, that I did forget to mention that. Yeah, Best I Can Game mentions that it's probably the Hollow Earth. They don't mention too much of that information, though, both in the trailer and in the information that we're getting. They don't really necessarily say that it's the Hollow Earth, so I'm assuming that they're probably saving that for a big buildup, like that certain area. Because, long story short, you know how the toys basically showed off Kong with his battle axe? Well, we do see him with that battle axe, so that's pretty nice. It's like I knew it right from the start, right? I remember everybody was mad and pissed, and they were like, "Damn it, why they spoiled that he got a weapon?" And it's like, just wait, maybe it's in the trailer. And I was right, it was in the trailer, and it's like, oh man. And then you see him, he's gonna, you can tell he's gonna do a lot of damage with that. It's still unknown whether the axe part is meant to be Godzilla's dorsal fin or plate or whatever you call it. It is hard to say whether that's going to be the situation. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is, but I am kind of curious to how he's going to use that weapon to his advantage, because he's probably gonna save it to fight Godzilla only, or who knows? Maybe we might see him use it against other creatures as well, but we don't really know. But let me get back to the whole Mecha Godzilla situation, because they do showed really quickly, very very quickly. They showed some guy kind of like standing there smiling, and then in the background you see like some weird computer shit going on, and then they're showing they're showing like Mecha Godzilla. Basically they're showing like a small little glint of him, and then like some kind of system thing going on, and I'm like, is this guy controlling Mecha Godzilla? Like, I knew this guy was gonna have a part in the film, man, but we don't know. Is Mecha Godzilla used for good or evil? I mean, so far from the destruction we've seen, he's pretty much just gonna be bad. But then it kind of comes down to this too: is Mecha Godzilla going to fight both Godzilla and Kong? Is Mecha Godzilla on Godzilla's side and they're both gonna fight Kong, or is Mecha Godzilla gonna be on Kong's side and then fight against Godzilla? There's also a lot of speculation that it's possible that Kong might not be fighting Godzilla at all. Like, Godzilla might actually be Mecha Godzilla in disguise, because they did do that in the original Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla movie that came out in 1974, where Godzilla was fighting another Godzilla, but then that Godzilla turned out to be Mecha Godzilla. Holy crap! I am saying Godzilla so much. I am sorry. I mean, if that does, I mean, I don't know for sure if that's gonna happen, but if by any chance, if it does, I mean, that's cool. Even though it kind of does hurt the purpose of the film, because it is Kong fighting Godzilla, but then again, we really just don't know what's going to be the outcome of this film. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, I do want to mention one thing that everybody has talked about. Godzilla got his ass beat so much by Kong. They keep showing like a lot of the good parts. Like, they show Kong punching Godzilla right in the face, and he's like, ugh, and it's like, ugh, like the way Godzilla's moving, it looks so weird. Like, that's gotta be a hard punch. That gotta hurt. And then they showed like, and then at the end of the trailer, they do show Kong using the axe, and Godzilla, he's trying to shoot his atomic breath at at Kong, but then it just ends up hitting the axe. So it's like, damn, like Godzilla's getting hit hard, and it's like a lot of people have speculated why is Godzilla getting beaten so easily. Like, are they just trying to tease that Kong might be the winner, or that maybe that's not true at all? Maybe they're just like making it look like Kong is winning, but maybe he won't. Maybe he might lose. Because they said it, they keep saying it in the trailer, one will fall. So I'm like, Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what my dad's doing, but it's whatever. What else? Damn it, I lost my train of thought. What else, right? Yeah, because here's the thing, though. There are rumors. These are just rumors of some people saying that apparently another MonsterVerse film has been confirmed. But I'm like, I don't want to go by that. But the reason why I don't want to assume that is because if there is going to be another film after this one, what's it going to be about? Is it going to continue Kong's journey? Is it going to continue Godzilla's journey? Or is it gonna be like a spin-off? Like, is Rodan gonna be like a big part of the series now, or even Mothra? I know that sounds dumb to assume, but if you watch Godzilla King of the Monsters, well, spoiler alert, there's gonna be a spoiler for anyone that hasn't seen the movie. But Rodan doesn't die. He literally ends up surviving, and he bows down to Godzilla, being like, "Yes, master." So it's like, Rodan's going to be in the movie for sure. Right from the bat, he's going to be in the movie. And there's even like leaks going on online that Playmates actually does plan on releasing a Rodan figure. So, I mean, obviously there's no pictures available. I'm assuming that that's going to come out somewhere around when the movie's out, or maybe even after. I'm not really sure, because the plans for when this thing and then that thing will come out, it's very unknown, due to the fact that the movie was supposed to get released in May, but now it's going to get released in March. That's a good thing, don't get me wrong, But of course, like I say, there are so many things that kind of go down with this film, but obviously we can't really just speculate what it is. And another thing too about the film is that they even mentioned that Kong bows down to no one. So, this is like right before the trailer ends too, because then it's like, okay, so was Kong good at first and now he's bad? Like, for all we know, a lot of these scenes are probably like rearranged. So, I mean, without a doubt, you know very well that when Kong fights Godzilla with the axe, you know that that's going to be the final battle and the climactic. We know that that's probably going to be the case. Because for all we know, that weapon might be the only thing to stop Godzilla. But then again, it begs the question, why is he doing all this evil shit? Why is he destroying everything? We don't know. We can only go by speculations, especially with the whole Mecha Godzilla situation. Like, what role is he gonna play in? Like, I do have an assumption that, it is possible that I mean, this is kind of dumb, but I wouldn't be surprised. But you think maybe aliens might have something to do with this? I want to mention that because in the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, aliens were the ones that built Mechagodzilla in the first place. I forgot the name of the aliens, but they were. I don't even think they had a name. I think they were like aliens from like some planet that they were escaping from due to a black hole. I mean, not to get off topic or anything. I'm talking about like two different films here. One that we've all seen, and then another one that we haven't seen yet. But luckily, I mean, the good thing about all of this is that at least, with Godzilla vs. Kong, you can see it in either the theater or an HBO Max. So that's at least kind of nice. That's kind of all I could think of really for all this. This is my first time doing a trailer analysis kind of thing, talking about like the trailer and all that. So if I left out anything, I do apologize. This is kind of my first time. I'm trying to vaguely remember like what happened within the film. You know what I mean? Like I've even watched the trailer before I did this video just to double check. You don't want to get your information wrong. That's like the worst thing in the world when you want to get your information wrong. That also reminds me, I'm not hopefully somewhere this week I do plan on doing a video about Ultraman, about the the sorry, the Mill Creek Blu-ray releases. There is something that I need to talk about there because long story short, I have been wrong about a certain thing which I will want to kind of fix and clarify, but until then, so there goes. This is the end of my video. All right, so we're gonna end it right here. I will continue to talk about Godzilla vs. Kong some more, especially with some, with new information dropping and all that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Off topic. Today was announced that the Bandai SH Monster Arts is already gonna make a Godzilla vs. Kong figure, so that's pretty nice. Just thought I mentioned that because I do a lot of toy stuff on this channel, so I might as well, Speaking of toys, I don't know when I'm going to review these figures. I'm really not sure yet. The Ultraman, they're pretty easy to review. I really do want to try and review the much more bigger figures because reviewing these figures is easy because I could just set up my laptop right here and then review it. So that's at least something in the meantime. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm going to finally end it right here. My computer survived. Apparently it's on 10%. Okay, let me end the video right here. So I hope you guys are all right. Stay safe out there. COVID is still out there. It and doesn't matter where you are. It can always be around, right? Stay safe. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That does help me out a lot, please. We've hit a very good milestone. In fact, the channel has grew so much. I think we've actually reached like what was it, like 425? That's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, because I just did a 400 subscriber special. Well, it's not a special, but you get the idea. It's like a small little video, thanking you guys for everything and all that. So that's great, yeah, so let me check the live chat one more time. Don't get me wrong, I've been looking at the live chat the whole time. I just want to just kind of focus, you know what I mean? Reanimated Gaming, big thank you very much. I hope you stay safe out there too. Best I can game. I'm trying to read all this. God damn it. Don't get me wrong. I'm always watching. No, really. I've always looked at your live chats and I always read them. So there you go. And okay, so let me chat. Oh, we've actually reached 426 subs. It's pretty great. All right, I'm gonna end it right here, and I will see you guys in the next video. So see ya.